Welcome to the class of Web Technology. Today let us discuss about the box model. So all the HTML elements which you use in your document can be considered as boxes. So in CSS, the term box model is actually used when you are mainly talking about the design and layout. So the CSS box model is essentially a box that wraps around every HTML element, I can tell. So it is a box that wraps around every HTML element. It consists of margins, borders, padding and the actual content. So let us see that one. In this example you can see here, see whatever here it is appearing in white. Here you can see width, this is the height. So here it is written element content area, this is the content area. Then here you can see this is the padding area. And what is this one which is darker, that is the border. And outside it's, you can see is the margin. Clear? So from margin I can tell from this border to this is exactly your margin. So we'll just see the explanation. Content is nothing but you can make the text appear there or images or video, etc. Padding clears an area around the content. So it looks good, isn't it? So the padding is transparent. But now this is your content, you think your content is appearing. So near to that you can do the padding. So some area you can leave. So that is the padding. Okay. Border, a border that goes around the padding and content. So this is your content, then this is your padding, and then we have the border. So thick border you have. So different styles of border are also there. Margin clears an area outside the border. So outside the border, that is also transparent. Now one example you have. So by this example you can clearly get to know about it. So we will start with the div tag. So it is the HTML element. So here background color is light gray. You can see here background color light gray. Width is 300 px, means it is pixel. Width is 300 pixel. Then even height also you can specify. Border 15 pixel solid green. You can see this green, no? So 15 pixel length of that border and solid green color. Padding, that is 50 pixel they have put. So just you see, this is your border and this is your content. The gap between this is your padding. So it looks very good. Then margin 20 pixel. So outside this border you have this margin. So that is 20 pixel. Now background. Background, when I say background, color or image of an element fills an element out to its border. So in the web design it has become extremely common to use CSS to display purely presentational images such as background gradients and patterns, decorative images, etc. So instead of using this img tag, we are using this one, background color, background image. So there are several background properties, you can go through it. See, background color you can set for your HTML element. Even the background image you can do, background position you can, means where exactly that background image should be placed. Background repeat, determine whether the background image will be repeated. Okay. So many properties are there you can use. Next, border. So border provides a way to visually separate elements. That is the main thing. So you can put border around all four sides of an element or just 1, 2 or 3 of the sides. So border properties you have. Border style. Mainly we look into style. Okay, specifies the line type of the border. So possible values are solid. In the previous example you have seen solid. Dotted also you can give dashed, all those. Double outset. Then border width also can be set. Border radius. Radius means it will be your corners will appear in rounded. Okay. Short notation with border, margin, and padding properties. There are long form and shortcut methods to set the four sides, that is your top, bottom, left, right. We use in short notation TRBL, trouble, means top, right, bottom, left. So just see here, border top color is red, border right color is green, bottom color yellow, left color blue. Now border color red means all the four sides you are setting, top, right, bottom, left to red. So this is the short notation, easy to remember. For that purpose it is being used. Top, go in top, right, bottom, left. So when I specify border color, you must know which one is the thing here. Red is top, green, top is red, right is green, bottom is orange, left is blue. Now margins and padding, we'll discuss about it. So in this example, just I know that you cannot clearly see it, but just see, look into it in this web page, how the content is appearing. And when you come to this web page, slightly there is some difference. What is the difference? The first web page, the border is solid 1 pt, 1 point, yeah, red. Margin is 0, even padding is 0. In the next one, they have given the margin 30 pixel. Px means pixel. Padding is 0 only still. So when margin 30 pixel means, here first web page you see there is no such margin. Margin is 0. But when you come to this web page, margin is 30 pixels. So you can see here the margin. Left margin, right margin, bottom margin, top margin. Last web page, it is margin is 30 pixel, padding is also given 30 pixel. So look at inside the box, the content, and the difference gap between the content and the border, that is 30 pixel. Same thing for top, left, right, top, bottom. Okay. Now box dimensions, height and width. This is important. Now where exactly your content is placed here, so what is the height and width you are going to set? See, width is 200 pixel, means from here to here it is 200 pixel. Height it is 100 pixel, you can see from here to here. Now padding, margin, border, everything is given, but actual width we need to calculate, and actual height is how much. Actual width will take, here already it is 200 plus what is the padding, 5 pixel. So padding means you have left padding, you have right padding. So 5 plus 5, 10. Okay, next margin 10 pixel. So 10 pixel. So left margin, right margin 20. So how much over 10 plus 20, 30. Then border solid 2 point black, it is 2 pt. So that also left border, right border we are taking 4. So 34. So 200 plus 30, 200 plus 34, 234 pixel is the actual width. Same thing it goes for the height also. Sizing elements. So what is the size of the element? Either while measuring, you can measure in terms of pixels we have given. You can also use percentages. Most probably also they are using percentages, or EM, units for width and height. Okay. When you use percentages, the size is relative to the size of the parent element. When you use EMs, the size of the box is relative to the size of the text within it. Okay, that is the difference.